Can he put it in? We're at the back post if he can. We're there at the back post and what a goal! A last minute winner from Trent Alexander-Arnold with, would you believe it, a header. We are back on the Trent Alexander-Arnold career mode here on EAFC 24. This episode's been a long time coming, the series, for this reason, and that has taken a bit of a back seat. However, we are back and ready to take on this episode, ready to take on the fixtures that lie in wait for us in November. We have 6 games to get to here in November, beginning with a cup game at Anfield against Exeter. I've checked the team sheet already and Klopp does have us down to start, which I'm not best pleased about, since we do have a game against Luton Town just 3 days later in the league. We then will host Union SG at Anfield in the Europa League. Union SG were the team that turned us over 2-1 at their place back in October. So we're going to have to try and get revenge on them here. Brentford are up next in the league, again at home at Anfield. And then our featured game in this episode will be Manchester City away. So we'll play that game in full, 5-minute halves, and you'll see every minute of those. And then we round out the month with another Europa League game, this time against LASK. So this is how we'll line up against Exeter. A slightly rotated 11 from Klopp. McConnell coming into midfield. Kwanzaa coming into the back line. And Jarosz coming into play between the sticks in goal. We don't get a rest though. Despite the fact that we are a little fatigued for this game, we are going to make the starting 11. I think what I'll do for this one is just play the first half and then request a substitute at half time. We'll tell Klopp we're blowing. And I'm sure he'll agree to take us off. And it's a quick start to the game as Endo, Gakpo and Salah all combine to set the youngster McConnell loose in the penalty area, and he makes no mistake from short range. Puts us 1-0 up. And we pick up the ball about 40 yards from goal. There is going to be space to run and take a shot though. McConnell picks it up on the edge of the box and saved. Curtis Jones with the fancy little flick over to us on the right-hand side. Mo Salah nods it back down to Curtis Jones. Surely that's a foul on the edge of the box, and it is. Cody Gakpo lines up. We don't get a chance to take it. Cody Gakpo puts it in, cracks against the crossbar, and cleared away by Exeter. Nicely worked between Salah and Curtis Jones. Sets us away on the right hand side, cross into the back post where Luis Diaz, as he always is lurking, is lying in wait. And Luis Diaz, as we've seen Nunez do previously, no interest in celebrating with the guy who assisted him for the goal, but runs over to the bench instead. Tsimikas it was, and it is going to be 2-0 at half time. It's comfortable for us at the moment, so we are going to request a substitution just to make sure we're ready for Luton in a couple of days' time. And the slight rest does pay dividends. We are back to almost full fitness here as we travel to Kenilworth Road to take on Luton Town. Alexis McAllister back to full fitness as well after his injury, and he returns to the starting 11. Alexis McAllister once more, and Mo Salah's made a good run. Poor touch from the Luton Town man. Can Salah lay it off to us or finish? He can finish himself. I was hoping he'd lay it off to us there. We're in a good position to finish, but we trust Mo Salah's left foot as much as anyone's, and he does bury it to make it 1-0. And that's another incredible challenge. Luton Town again looking dangerous on their left-hand side, but we slide in and steal the ball away brilliantly. And Mo Salah's away here. We make a decoy run to the near post, and he pulls it back to Diogo Jota. I think that was Endo with the shot from the edge of the box there. Saved well by the Luton Town goalkeeper. But still we press. Mo Salah, edge of the box. Again shaping to shoot with that left foot. Nicely worked though, and as Diogo Jota has the ball at his feet and ends up firing a shot towards goal. Again saved well by the Luton Town keeper. Let's see if we can get a second goal here from the corner. We're going to take up our position on the edge of the box like we usually do. It's one this time But I think Mo Salah loops up into the air, and it's Konate who towers above the Luton Town defenders to make it 2. It's an interesting finish from the centre-back. Just overpowered the Luton Town defenders after Mo Salah's initial header. And it is going to be 2-0 before the break. Alexis McAllister in a dangerous position, shoots. Parried away by the Luton Town goalkeeper. First chance of the game here in the second half. And it's Luis Diaz creeping steadily down the Luton left towards the byline. And it's a horrific challenge from Issa Kabore, lunging in from behind. Completely taken out the legs of Luis Diaz. And we'll have to see if the referee's going to produce a card. And what colour card it is going to be. And it's actually going to be a red. Issa Kabore sent off midway through the second half here. Luton Town back to defend now though. Doesn't stop Szoboszlai from pressing forward and into the box. Diogo Jota lays it off onto the edge of the box. This is McAllister who leaves it. And the goalkeeper who parries away. I wasn't expecting McAllister to dummy that. He was a step ahead of us there. We did manage to get the shot off. But it was saved well by the Luton Town goalkeeper again, who's really keeping them in this game. Oh, and Cody Gakpo's through the middle here. Alexis McAllister sent him away. Cody Gakpo, can he finish? Doesn't even get the shot off until it's too late. And the goalkeeper saves again. He should have taken the shot on earlier there. So it's a 2-0 victory in the end. Goals in the first half for Mo Salah and Ibrahima Konate got us off to a really bright start. Second half was a little quieter, but we do run out 2-0 winners here at Kenilworth Road. Which brings us to a really important game here against Union SG. Our shock loss to the side in the last episode hasn't hurt us too much. We do still sit top of our Europa League group on 6 points. But qualifying from the group would have been a lot easier and could have been done a lot earlier if we hadn't slipped up there. We need to make sure we're not slipping up again here. Klopp's taken no chances. He does put out basically the strongest 11 by Chetic coming into the midfield. But other than that, pretty much the strongest 11 that we have available. So packed Anfield is the venue here for another European night. It's just Europa League rather than Champions League, but it's a European competition and we'll do our best in it. In a bit of space on this right hand side, if we can chip in across, which we do, and Cody Gakpo is there and he absolutely buries it. John Matip laid it off to us. We beat our man one-on-one and found the space to cross. And it's Cody Gakpo on the end of it this time with the header. More often than not, we found Luis Diaz with balls into the box like that. But it's Cody Gakpo through the middle today. And it's Cody Gakpo who gets us off to a good start at home here against the team that did trip us up last month. And it's well worked between Endo and Cody Gakpo on the edge of the box, eventually setting Luis Diaz free, and he absolutely buries it. Clinical finish away into the bottom corner of the goal, and he doubles the lead here. Looks like it's going to be a comfortable victory this time around. And it's a brilliant touch from Diaz, plucked out of the sky, worked infield to Endo. Endo spreads it wide right. Nice play on the edge of the box, sets Cody Gakpo free, and Cody Gakpo triples the lead. Absolutely clinical finishing here in the first half. And we are not making the same mistake that we made last time against this particular side. Making sure of it here at home. Andy Robertson. There's Cody Gakpo. Going to take up a position on the edge of the box here. Alexis McAllister's going to find us, and we can't join in the fun. Just before half-time, we could have got on the score sheet there, but saved by the Union SG goalkeeper this time. Nicely worked down this right-hand side, and Mo Salah finds a little bit of space. Can he cross? Instead, he lays it off to Alexis McAllister. There's Cody Gakpo. Doesn't want to shoot this time. Instead, he lays it off to us, and we hit the post. 2 opportunities to score, one either side of half-time. And although we didn't manage to get on the scoreline in the end with a score of 9 out of 10, we are going to come off the bench and make way for Connor Bradley here in the 65th minute. Another good run out, and Mo Salah adds one more to the total in the 80th minute, making it 4-0. So it was a 2-1 win at home for Union SG, but we turned them over at our place 4-0. Which brings us on to our next matchup against Brentford in the league at Anfield. More good news as Ryan Gravenberch comes back into the side. Virgil van Dijk back from injury as well. Not quite fit enough to make the starting 11 today, but he should return shortly. So it's been an excellent episode so far. 100% of the points we have taken. And we'll try and do the same here at Anfield against Brentford. McAllister laid off nicely. Diogo Jota's in the box. We find him. What a save that is by the Brentford goalkeeper. It's a spectacular save. Clawing the ball out of the top corner. And Mo Salah close with the header. Doesn't test the goalkeeper this time, but it's another bright start for us here at Anfield. And it's going to be a free kick in a good position. Cody Gakpo going to take it. And he's going to curl it into the top corner. The goalkeeper clawed an effort from the same corner a couple of moments ago, but he can't do the same here. Cody Gakpo placing it perfectly just beneath the bar, just inside the post. And Johan Wissa on the end of the wall there didn't even jump. And he's not the tallest guy, so perhaps the goalkeeper can feel a little aggrieved there that he hasn't had more help from his wall. Lovely ball from Ryan Gravenberch to set us away. Mo Salah, space to cross. Steady lays it back to Endo. It's McAllister. And we're going to have a shot from range here, which is blocked. Endo to Salah. We're in good space to cross this time instead. That's where we're more comfortable. And it's Gakpo at the back post. Can't get there. Good passage of play there for Liverpool. So it's just a 1-0 win here. A very, very quiet second half. Didn't show you many highlights from that second half, but not because I cut them out, just because there weren't really highlights to show. We dominated possession and just controlled the game. Held on to that 1-0 win. And it's another 3 points on the board. So we do have a couple of international friendlies to get to now ahead of that featured game against Manchester City, beginning with a friendly against Morocco at home and then travelling to Sweden away. Just in the interest of time, I will just quick sim these games. I don't want these episodes to run too long, and they are just friendlies after all. And we run out 2-0 winners in the first game here at Wembley against Morocco. Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling on the score sheet. And it's a similar result here against Sweden. Akpom scoring in the second minute to get us off to a bright start. Bukayo Saka again on the score sheet before Jared Bowen makes it 3-0 late on. Somehow Jude Bellingham gets sent off late in the game here. 3 minutes to go in a friendly in which his team is already 3-0 up. Somehow he finds himself getting a red card. And that does bring us to the featured game of the episode. Manchester City at the Etihad. Van Dijk does return for this one. I think Klopp was keeping him out for a couple more games just to make sure he was fit for this one, but fit he is. McAllister, Endo and Szoboszlai are going to start in midfield. Diaz, Jota and Salah up front. And it's Robertson, Konate and Van Dijk that join us at the back. Alisson, of course, in goal. So we are up in the commentary booth for this one. Manchester City host Liverpool at the Etihad. It's Erling Haaland who kicks the game off. It's Phil Foden who carries the ball on this left-hand side. We're going to have our hands full today, certainly. We haven't really been tested greatly in defence over the course of the episode so far. But we haven't had too many real challenges. Phil Foden certainly is a challenge. And it's Van Dijk who's been dragged out of position to meet him. Van Dijk with the captain's armband today as he returns from injury after a fairly lengthy absence. Alexis McAllister back doing his defensive duty as well, though. And it's Konate who comes away with it. Van Dijk in a bit of space on this right-hand side, but we've got Phil Foden for company. And we'll just dig it out of danger there to Konate. Van Dijk once more. And we'll see what we can do in terms of working out of this Manchester City press. We're going to take up a position in central midfield to try and do that. But Erling Haaland piling the pressure on. Really trying his damnedest not to let us out there. And we've given the ball straight to Manchester City. Diogo Jota though. Mo Salah up for company. Diogo Jota can't regain possession. Manchester City steal it back. That's a risky pass from Ederson though. And Nathan Ake sets Phil Foden away. We'll send him down the wing where potentially he's slightly less dangerous than cutting inside. And we do well just to delay Phil Foden and force him to send the ball backwards. We'd much rather Nathan Ake had the ball at his feet than Phil Foden. And that's a fantastic challenge. Really good defender from Trent. And again, Manchester City press. Konate. Szoboszlai. Erling Haaland now as Manchester City steal it back. We do need to be careful on the edge of our own penalty box. Manchester City pressing incredibly high. And we're trying to play out casually and confidently, but it's looking nervy if anything. Andy Robertson, big switch of play. Phil Foden comes to greet it. And Erling Haaland again applies the press. We'll work the ball across the back line though to Konate. Szoboszlai. 4 Manchester City midfielders in the area. They're doing a really good job of closing down the ball carrier and really applying the pressure early. We've been beaten there by Nathan Ake, and Phil Foden's into the box. Erling Haaland with the ball at his feet. Another really good challenge though, and we can clear. It's been a fantastic performance defensively from us so far. We've struggled to get things going forward, but we've been steady and reliable defensively, and that's another fantastic interception this time. Alexis McAllister, Mo Salah, Diogo Jota, and maybe now we can break. Mo Salah to Szoboszlai, gives the ball away. And Phil Foden wants it. We just about get back in position to prevent him from getting it though. There's De Bruyne, there is Foden. Again, we'll send him out wide. We can funnel Phil Foden out wide and make Manchester City rely on crosses today. I think we're going to feel a little safer than other approaches. They found their way into the box here though, and they force a really smart save from Alisson. Just 10 minutes to go until half-time already. It feels like this game has flown by. And it's been all Manchester City really. As the corner goes into the box, Alisson comes and claims incredibly well. Does a really good job to hold on to the ball there. Mo Salah nods it down and we are away. Mo Salah up ahead. Szoboszlai's there in support. Lays it back to Diogo Jota. There is Szoboszlai. Lovely little back heel. Couldn't find us though. Van Dijk's going to have to go over, and we're going to be on Erling Haaland here. That's a mismatch if ever I've seen one. Here is Erling Haaland. Do well to force him wide. It's pulled back. Phil Foden. What a block. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What a defensive performance here in this first half. It's proven all the doubt was wrong here against Manchester City. And we're going to come off the post here, anticipating the short corner, which De Bruyne does now have in the penalty area. Lofted towards the back post. Headed clear by Konate. Still bouncing around on the edge of the penalty area though. And it's Phil Foden who snatches at the shot and sends it wide. Manchester City still piling on the pressure. Alisson was confident it wasn't going in. I was a little less so when that shot was hit. And we haven't mustered a shot on goal yet. Andy Robertson gives it straight back to Manchester City. And just a single minute of added time here in the first half. And the referee's whistle does go. It is 0-0 at the half. Dominant display by Manchester City, but we've defended admirably. Need to try and get on the front foot in the second. So Diogo Jota to kick off here in the second half. Defended very, very well in the first. But if we're going to come away with anything from this game, we need to make more of a mark going forward. You would bet on Manchester City to score at some point in the second half, particularly if they perform in the second as they did in the first. So You would fancy that we're going to need at least one goal if we're going to come away with at least a point here. Shot from Trent is deflected wide. And it does go out for a corner that Mo Salah's going to take. Potentially, this is our chance to get ahead in this game. Mo Salah puts the cross in. Doesn't even beat Phil Foden at the near post. It's a poor corner. Diogo Jota on the edge of the box, though. One back by Phil Foden. And Ederson can clear. Erling Haaland lurking. And he does actually manage to pick up the ball. Not sure how we lost out to Erling Haaland there. And again, Van Dijk's going to have to come over to this left-hand side. And we're going to have to fill in at centre-back. Erling Haaland skips past this initially. Cleared by Van Dijk, though. There's Phil Foden who wins the header. And that's a great save by Alisson diving away. Low to his right-hand side. Julian Alvarez it was. Turning the ball towards goal. Really good technique on the half turn. And on the volley. And it was a good save from Alisson. I mean, they're both Brazilian. They both end in Sun. Phil Foden. Julian Alvarez again with space to shoot. Instead he lays it off to Erling Haaland, who just dithered for too long on the ball. Mo Salah lays it into our path, but Nathan Ake is there to meet us. And we're in real danger here. We do manage to work it out of there really well, though. Ibrahima Konate is going to have to get rid. Really difficult to deal with the Manchester City press at the moment. And Phil Foden is just going to shepherd us out towards the touchline. It's going to have to be big switches of play, I think, that are going to get us out of danger. Not like that, though. I mean, we get a fortunate bounce, but it was a misplaced pass initially with our left foot. Throw into Manchester City. A little over half an hour left in the game. Stoppage time included. And this game at the moment is crawling towards a 0-0 draw. Alexis McAllister, though. Mo Salah. Intricate pass in here. And Diaz is through. What a save that is from Ederson. That was our best chance of the game so far. Maybe our first chance of the game so far. And arguably better than any Manchester City have had so far. And it was a really, really good save from Ederson to keep things level here at the Etihad. Mo Salah makes a run in behind. A little too much on the pass. But we can pin Manchester City in deep here. We allow them out too easily. Far too easily. We over-pursued with the press there. And Erling Haaland is away. Van Dijk again coming across to cover us. It's been a poor game positionally for us in defence. But one-on-one we've done our job superbly. And we're going to try and get out of that right-back position to try and make something happen going forward here. Andy Robertson, Szoboszlai, and Rodri just steps up to take away the pass. We didn't even want it. And we slip it through to Szoboszlai. McAllister. Lovely passing again. And Luis Diaz has the ball. Szoboszlai. Luis Diaz. Can we find space to shoot? We can't, so instead we'll just lay it off to Endo. He can't find space to cross. He does well to turn out. And we're going to lift the ball in. Really good passage of play there, but we can't make it count. Manchester City defending incredibly well. Diogo Jota wins, though. There's Mo Salah. And Rodri back in position to make the tackle. We had a chance to break the deadlock there. And Erling Haaland is stampeding forward. And we're struggling just to get back in position. Our legs have absolutely gone at this stage of the game. Oh, and what an intervention that is by Andy Robertson. Just get rid. Putting a great challenge. And Diogo Jota lifts it up towards Mohamed Salah, but I think his legs have gone as well. It's been a really close fought match here. And a lot of people are struggling with fitness. Another good intervention. We'll just lift it up towards... It's Andy Robertson for some reason. In the right back position. And Van Dijk finds us in a good position here. Late in the game, but potentially one last opportunity to break the deadlock. Luis Diaz. Alexis McAllister. Szoboszlai. Can he put it in? We're at the back post if he can. We're there at the back post and what a goal! A last minute winner from Trent Alexander-Arnold with, would you believe it, a header. Szoboszlai found himself in space to cross and the Manchester City defenders just completely ignored us at the back post. There are far greater aerial threats in the box to deal with. And Nathan Ake rushing back to try and get back in position, but it was too late. We already had the steal on him, had just enough strength to hold him off. And it was basically a free header that Ederson could do nothing about. And it's going to be 1-0 Liverpool away here at the Etihad. And we have absolutely stolen it in the last minute. It's been all Manchester City so far. But it's going to be Liverpool to take the 3 points as the last action of the game sees the ball bounce off Trent Alexander-Arnold's head and into the back of the net, and the Manchester City fans are stunned. No one more so than Trent himself though. But it's going to be a 1-0 win here at the Etihad to keep the episode rolling. So a huge win there at the Etihad gives us the chance to make it a perfect episode here. We've won 100% of our games so far. And just a trip to LASK now to get over the hump. I believe it's the same 11 that we played against Union SG. Bajcetic coming into midfield, but pretty much the strongest 11 other than that. Joe Gomez does come into the back line to replace Virgil van Dijk, who's just coming back from injury as well. So there is a lot riding on this game. Not just Europa League qualification, or qualification to the knockout stages of the Europa League, but also a perfect episode. A win in every game of the episode so far. We'll see if we can keep that rolling here. Looking to break the deadlock early here as Mohamed Salah is away on the right-hand side. We do manage to find him. He's going to lay it out in front of us. And we'll pull it back to Alexis McAllister. And Diogo Jota will shoot. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper early. Oh, nicely worked from Jota into Salah and Andy Robertson. And it's a beautiful goal. That was a joy to watch. Such intricate passing. Brilliant movement. And Diogo Jota clinical with the finish. It's going to be 1-0 here early. That's really poor defender from LASK. We pounce on it along with Diogo Jota. Worked around on the edge of the box there. And Jota does bury it. Doubles the scoring early here away from home. Alexis McAllister. We're in space. About 35 yards from goal, but we're going to shake to shoot. And what a goal that is. Bottom corner. Took the ball up about 35 yards from goal. Drove towards the LASK box and absolutely unleashed a rocket of a strike. Low and away to the goalkeeper's left. He dived to try and get there, but... Oh, and he really should have. Seeing it again from that angle. Oh, lovely dribbling from Mo Salah. Alexis McAllister. An overhead kick from Mo Salah. And it does end up in the net, but it's going to be offside. But early in the second half here, we've already made it 3-0. And we're looking to make it 4. Here's Alexis McAllister. He's going to shoot from range now. Good save from the goalkeeper. Diogo Jota's going to press high. He wins the ball back. Alexis McAllister potentially with a second bite of the cherry. Oh, beautifully worked. And Luis Diaz can shoot. It's another good save by the goalkeeper. So, corner for Liverpool. Lofted deep into the box. Cleared by LASK. We want the ball here because we're going to have an opportunity to shoot again. It is driven towards goal. Saved by the goalkeeper. Another decent long-range effort. And we've actually hit the magical 10 rating. 10 out of 10 at the moment in the game. We'll see if we can hold on to that until the very end. LASK come away with it on their right-hand side, though. And this could be an opportunity to get one back, but it's dealt with well by... So 3-0 victory away from home here. I don't think we quite did enough to hang on to the 10 rating. I think we dropped 0.1 to a 9.9. A 10 rating, a perfect 10 would have been a fitting way to finish the episode, but I don't think we quite got it. And we didn't. We dropped to a 9.9 right at the end. Still an incredible display. So that'll do it for episode 5 of the Trent Alexander-Arnold player career mode here on EAFC 24. It's been a while since we uploaded, but we are back with a bang. A perfect episode. 8 wins out of 8 here today, and we're going to try and replicate that in December. It's going to be a tough task, though. We have games against Manchester United, against Arsenal, against Newcastle in the league. That will be tough fixtures for sure. We've got Manchester City in the Carabao Cup as well. And then we do have what I believe is our remaining Europa League fixture against Toulouse. So December's going to be a tough one, but we'll look forward to those fixtures in the next episode. I hope to see you there. Take it easy.